Welcome to Bear Pantry Talk. This is the sister channel to the Bear Pantry Show. This is where you're going to find honest reviews, exciting unboxings, do-it-yourself projects, and engaging commentary. Belizean black fruit cake, stewed oxtails, warm Creole bread. Simply the best Belizean dishes you can make at home. Watch. Just add flour, baking powder, and milk in a small bowl. Mix, roll flat, then deep fry for a fry jack that is so versatile that it goes perfect with everything. Start the day off right with my simple Belizean Johnny cakes that can be made in the oven or air fryer. All these recipes can be found in my Belizean cookbook Beans and Rice Volume 2. Get a copy today only at www.bearpantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.bearpantryshow.com. Hey guys, I'm here. Let me go to the comments. Let me make sure the mic's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. So how is everybody doing today? It is Thursday, August the 29th. Today is my friend Nisa's birthday. I have to give her a call. Let me tell you what I did to myself today, guys. Damn. I ate a little bit of chow mein. It's chow mein when it's noodles, right? Because I get confused between that and lo mein. Literally like a third cup. Because Joan then bought Chinese food for lunch and he's like, try it. There's nothing wrong. There's no MSG. I said, okay, I'll try it. So it was probably less than a third cup because I only got like 2 mouthfuls. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I ate my other meal, what I was going to eat. Lord have mercy, that thing loaded with MSG. I could feel it within 20 minutes. My chest is tight. My vision is blurry. Joe's asleep. I think Josh was asleep. From the time I gone to the place with Joan, I asked the lady, does the food have MSG? And she goes, well, I said added MSG. And she goes, huh? What is that? And then the young person that's helping her, clearly not of that same culture, looked away. But Joe said, try it because you're sickening every time we want to buy Chinese food. I haven't eaten Chinese food in probably 12 years, except if we make it here, right? And he goes, try it because every time we want to eat Chinese food, you don't want to eat it, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay, so I tried 2 mouthfuls. Ain't ever eating that again. Thank God I didn't eat more because then I would have been worse off. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Myrna. So I wanted to talk today about the law of recognition because I've been taught years ago that everything that we need in order to be successful at whatever point we are in our lives. So like I'm 58 years old right now, right? Some people that watch me, they're 32, 30, 28, 20. You know what I mean? So whatever part you are in your life, in your life's journey, everything that you need in order to be successful is already in your life at that moment. But it's awaiting your recognition of what it is. That's why the thumbnails say, what am I missing? And you can apply this to what you guys are going through, okay? I do this every so often to reevaluate, like what the hell am I missing? Because just to give you an example, Jada was working at that music school for 18 months before she found that producer guy. We're going to call him Juilliard because he went to Juilliard. He graduated from there. And she didn't know that guy was a Juilliard graduate that knew how to produce, that he makes music for TV commercials and stuff like that. She didn't know none of that about him. And not that Jada's unfriendly. You guys see how Jada is. She's super friendly. But when she's at work, she's serious. And if you don't cross her path for some reason in the course of the day, she won't know you. So Jada works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday on that job. The guy works, I think, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think he works 3 days. Later on, he added a 4th day. But he works 3 days. So he was there on 2 of Jada's day off, Thursday and Friday. But he's there on Saturdays, but Jada's like always overwhelmed on Saturdays because there's a lot of makeups that they're doing and stuff like that. So she never really talked to that guy except hi and bye. That is until the whole thing went down when the young girl at the front desk was getting harassed by one of the teachers, and Jada took it upon herself to defend her and talk to the bosses about it, yada, yada, all that stuff about overtime, whatever they were stealing from them. Jada took up that banner. And that's when they all form a little group to support Jada because it was affecting their needs, right? And that's when Jada was like, what do you do? And how come you only work here 1 day a week? Jada thought he only worked there 1 day a week, which was Saturday. And he goes, no, I work other days and I do this and yada, yada, yada. So that person was already in Jada's presence for 18 whole months before she recognized that that person was sent to help her. Now, if he's going to help her get through the whole EP, which an EP is smaller than an LP or a record, right? A record has 12 or more songs, or maybe 10 or more songs. An EP has around 5. I don't think people try to make 3 songs for an EP, around 5. So Jada's done with 2. And Jada got like 8 more songs written already, but she was going to finish off this EP with 3 more. And this young man told her, I'm sorry, but I signed back up for the nursing program and I got to do this. And I won't be able to be here, to like put all this stuff together. But if you and the other guy put stuff together and then you need my help because you're stuck and go, what is off about this? Can you help me correct it? Do we have a rhythm wrong? Do we have an instrument wrong? What is off about this? Or if you need me to play whatever instruments he play, if you need me to play a segment of it on whatever, if it's the piano or whatever he plays, I'll do that. But as to be the head honcho doing everything, he can't. So Jada was like, okay, mommy, explain to me. Hi, I'm Simply Smarter Shopping. You're 19 mentally. So Jada said, mommy, why would God show me this guy finally? I don't think God showed her finally. She recognized finally. And then to just have him whisked away and not finish off this record. And I was going to say I don't know. But then I talked with my sister about it first. And she said, tell Jada, whenever God removes somebody out of your life, he's got a reason. Maybe there's somebody else that needs to come in to fill that void that would probably do something different. No, Jada doesn't think that because this guy is so good at what he does. So she doesn't think that, So the other guy that's a part of the record too, that guy plays the guitar, the bass, and some kind of horns. He's been learning how to mix and master and stuff like that. And he doesn't think he knows enough. But the one that's quitting said, you know enough. You can get this done. You've got it in you. Is it his turn? Is it the other guy's turn to stand up to what Isaiah 60 says? Arise, shine. People like to say it says arise and shine, but there's no and in there. Because we're already shining as we sit right here on the computer. We are already shining. We just have to arise. We don't even have to do the effort of shining. We're already shining. So is it his turn, right? So what are we missing so that we can be successful? Let me see. I'm checking on Jada. Sarita sent me something. I don't think Sarita remembered that I am live. Sarita, are you in here? Let me send her the thing. Jada has traveled today to go to where am I? Bear Pantry Talk, to go to San Francisco to visit her friend that she's known since they were in middle school. The friend lives out there. This is the 3rd time Jada has gone. Oh, I opened Bear Pantry Talk and an episode with my mom came up behind the scenes at the 100 episode of the Bear Pantry Show 11 years ago. My sister, my mom sitting there. My God, today. Oh, you're here. Okay, I was going to send you the thing. Yeah, so she's in the Uber. She's already arrived. She's in the Uber going to her friend's house. Okay, so what are we missing? We're going to come back to this topic. We are all over the place with the topic. I wanted to give you an update on the topic that we spoke on yesterday, that guy Marquise Wiley. I just watched somebody else do an episode, an update on him. And apparently they did not put him on the 5150 hold. They have him in jail still. And the difference between jail and prison, jail is where they house you when you're not on trial yet, or you're not convicted yet. And prison is where you will serve your time after you're convicted, right? So they still have him in jail. They have up to 72 hours before they bring him in front of a judge to arraign him, to see if they're going to press charges or not. They are going to press charges because they already wrote down what all the charges were. His bail is 25K. In order for him to be released on bail, somebody's going to have to come up with $2,500 and a promise that he will appear. Because if he doesn't appear, that person that comes up with the 2,500 is going to lose everything. And the bail's bondsman, right? You have to come up with 10%, but you also have to put collateral for the rest of the 25K. That's the way I understand it. Somebody gonna have to put up their house. Who gonna put up their house so Wiley? What are they gonna run the hell away and leave them people holding the bag, losing 25K off of their house, probably losing their whole house. So I really, like I said yesterday, I don't think it was a manic episode that Wiley was going through. I think Wiley knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted a viral moment. And unfortunately, this is what social media will do to some people who are not mentally stable, right? I'm mentally stable. So when things are not working out for me, I might sit down and cry for a few minutes. I try not to cry too long. Even when Wednesday died and I was crying a lot, I would stop myself mid-crying because I don't want to get a headache from crying, right? But I'll sit down and cry, and then I'll look to God and go, what next? What do I do next? A lot of the times I'll escape. Like when I go to the beach, I'm brainstorming what to do next because I just feel like I've built up such a large platform, of none bought. I didn't buy any of my subscribers, but we know out of 108,000 subscribers, I'm lucky if 1,000 of those people watch my channel. And I'm talking about my cooking channel. Over here with the 13,000 subscribers, I'm lucky. How many people are in here? 7. Literally, I think 100 people watch my videos over here. Honestly. And we're not saying that to cry or fall apart. I prefer to state facts. That's why I don't call myself chunky and chubby and all that foolishness. I'm fat. F-A-T. That word doesn't hurt my feelings at all because it keeps me focused on the fact that I need to lose weight. But going through all my old home movies, I've come to the realization that I've beat myself up so bad about my weight my entire life that I didn't even get to enjoy the many, 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 many seasons when I had a really nice weight. It wasn't 150, might have been 175, 180, but it was a good weight for me. You know what I mean? And I did have that season where I was morbidly obese at 270 right after I gave birth to Jada. I started Jada's pregnancy like at 210, ended it at 232, and then lost weight after she was born, and then just started to gain weight and got really huge. There was that season. And then I ripped that on the control by doing Atkins. 1 year, lost 100 pounds. Okay? And so I just have to remind myself that you're okay where you're at. You can work on it, but don't beat yourself up. All right? Yeah, a good cry is good, especially if you don't cry long and get a headache. And when the tears flow, I'm like, okay, tears. Go water the soil with the seeds I've sown. There's a beautiful country song that was back in the early 90s, I want to say. It's called Two Teardrops. I think the artist is Steve Wariner or Wariner. And it's a beautiful song. If you guys want to go listen to that when we're done. It's talking about 2 teardrops was floating down the river. One teardrop said to the other, I'm from the soft blue eyes of a woman in love. The other teardrop says, we have a connection. I'm from the big brown eyes of her old flame. Ooh, child. So she was crying happy tears because she fell in love, but her ex was crying sad tears, and them 2 teardrops met up with each other. Listen to that song. It has a whole story. Oh my God, it has a part on the end that makes you cry. It's such a beautiful song. The kids used to love that song when they were little. So I wanted to talk. So that's the update on Wiley. They're still holding him for 72 hours. Then they're going to bring him in front of a magistrate or something. They're going to set his bond and blah, blah, blah. If he pleads guilty, they'll negotiate a charge or whatever to charge him with and convict him and put him to serve his time or put him in the crazy house. If he pleads not guilty, then they're going to schedule some other date for him to come back and start all these pre-trial motions and yada, yada. And Wiley done bought some friggin' problems now, for real, for real. People are thinking that he really wanted to be in prison, or not prison, jail, because when he moved to Vegas, they don't think he has somewhere to live. They're thinking he needed 3 meals. What they call it, 3 hots and a cot. That's what they're thinking he did that for. But they charge him with all kind of terroristic stuff. Oh, child. And you know what? Let's say Wiley even get off. Let's say he don't have to go on trial. He doesn't get convicted. He doesn't have to serve 1 to 3 years. They're like, okay, we know you crazy. Take your crazy meds, yada, yada. I bet you they're going to put stipulations that he can't be on the internet. They can do that, you know. They can say you're going to violate all this stuff if you even log on to the internet, even from the library. And the internet is his whole life because that's the business that we're in. When people say, well, stay off the internet, but you can't stay off the internet because that's the business that you're in. You got to upload the next video and the next. I mean, YouTube are creating a bunch of monsters out there. That's what I'm saying. So I wanted to talk another topic that popped up in my Yahoo feed. So this young kid looked to be about 10 years old, and he opened some ice cream stand. And I don't know what kind of ice cream stand it is because they keep saying it was like they shaved the chocolate ice cream. Can they shave ice cream? I know you could shave ice, but ice cream? And it wasn't a lemonade stand, some type of ice cream stand he opened. And he was selling the ice creams to raise money for his brother's football team. The brother is autistic, and I think the brother is younger. And the minute he opened his stand, somebody called and told. And so the city came and shut them down, right? So I know that's heartbreaking, honestly, because the kid's trying to be an entrepreneur and everything. Because you see that all the time about the lemonade stands with the little kids, right? I wouldn't be the one to call. Honestly, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't be the one to shop at those places either. But I would stop and pay them for one of their items and say, sell it to somebody else or give it to somebody else. I don't want the item. I've done that before. When you want to patronize somebody for doing something, it's like, no, keep it. I don't need it. I don't want it. I just wanted to give you some money for it. Go ahead here, give it to bless somebody else with it or sell it to somebody else, right? The reason that I wouldn't buy is because I'm worried about how people house stay. They have people out there who have cats that walk on their countertop. Oh, that is so gross. So I'm like, what if they're mixing that lemonade and then they taste it with the spoon and put the spoon right back into the lemonade? I'm really, really funny about food. Really funny, okay? So I'm like, even I've made it a practice even before I had my show that when I'm tasting my pot, spaghetti sauce, soup, whatever, I will dirty 15 spoon if I have to take a new spoon to taste with and a new one and a new one. That's why my mom taught us to do that. Put some of the stuff on your hand and then taste it, right? But honestly, the kids can tell you, even when I didn't have a show, because I can never tell who's going to come visit the house. And you're going to want to offer something to eat. And then you have to remember, oh, crap, I tasted that spaghetti dish or that soup dish or whatever with that same spoon and put it back in there. All my bacteria is now in that soup and I'm serving it to somebody. I'm very mindful of that, but I don't think everybody else is. So I wouldn't call on the kid, but I definitely would not patronize to eat the item. Patronize to just give, because I like to see industrious people, right? So the kid was upset, of course. I don't blame him. And of course, they started to make a big deal over the fact that he was raising money for his autistic brother. You know, they always do that to pull on the heartstrings, you know. So the people went crazy, the people in the little town, and they started to threaten the workers at the code enforcement place, like to unalive them. I'm like, that's not right. You know, it's not even two wrongs don't make a right because the person didn't do any wrong. They came and did their job. You cannot sell food and stuff without having a permit. Point blank, period. So my question in the middle of all of this, we're going to come back into the story. Why is it that I'm set up like this? I don't think it has anything to do with me being a Leo. Maybe just partly, because I see Dean is the same way and Jory is the same way. Why is it that we follow the rules when there are other people that don't follow the rules and expect to get away with it, and some of them actually do? You guys saw me when I was setting up for my powder bun dry mix. I followed all the rules. They tell me I can't bake the powder bun. So I'm not baking the powder bun. When somebody had me convinced to bake the powder bun and do it like a donation type thing, I was setting it up, and then that girl came. Remember that girl came and go, I don't want it with raisin. I want it plain, and you want to sell 12, but I remember how much the hell I was selling, 4 each, whatever. And that was just, she wasn't the fault of me not doing it. It just confirmed that I shouldn't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, right? So come back to the sleep boy and the ice cream thing. Of course, big corporations and mom and pop business and yada, yada, yada. Everybody came through for this little picnic and did several fundraisers because what he started to do was give the items away and see if the people wanted to give a donation. If some people didn't give a donation, that was fine because some other person came and gave more. So they ended up raising at first $1,000, and then they did it again and they raised 3,600, and then they did it again and they raised, I want to say it was 20,000. It was a lot. And so all this is for the little football team, but I don't think it's just going to go to the football team. I think they're going to share the money around at other events and stuff like that. So I'm glad that it had a really positive outcome. But I wanted to talk to the parents. As parents, it's cool that your kid want to be industrious, but you need to teach your kid to also follow the rules. Because where else are they going to learn that? Follow the rules. You know, I've only had one person to say date. I've never dated nobody else. I've only had Joe. But I always promised myself I would not be with somebody who does not follow the rules. I don't like to be with rule breakers. If it says don't go behind this barrier, don't go behind this barrier. Right? So it's like a lot of accidents, like car accidents, would not happen if people would just follow the rules and not try to do what they want to do, right? So I feel like the mom and dad, or if there's not a dad on the scene, I don't know that part of the story. Sit him down and say, okay, this kind of sucks that you can't sell your stuff, and all these other people are selling their lemonades without their permits. That kind of sucks. But this is how it goes with us, baby. Over in this house, we always have to follow the rules because the minute we don't follow the rules, we'll get busted. I taught my kids that. Joe's mother in Belize is a bishop. If you're Belizean, you may or may not know what that means. Joe's mom's half brothers, because they come from the same dad, those guys were notoriously infamous. Okay? They're old now. Because Joe is going to be 67, so then boy, they all 78, 79, 80, one of them dead already. But they were notoriously infamous. And I always teach my kids, you come from that bloodline. And I don't know what make them the way they are, but you're not going to be like that. You're going to follow the rules. So teach the baby how to go get the permit. Yes, it sucks. The permit costs a lot of money. My permits cost a lot of money. But I came every day and I told you what I was doing. I could have gotten a different permit that cost more money, to where I could have sold to a third party. Like I could have gone to Lewis Meat Market and say, hey, do you want to put my stuff on your shelf? And the people come in here and buy it. I'll sell it to you for this much. And, I'll make so many and put it on the shelf. And you can sell the powder bun dry mix, right? I could have done that. The man knows my dad. My dad used to sell him products. But I didn't do that because it cost me too much to make. I think it cost me like $3.50 to make that stuff. That's with the dry mix, the pouch, the printing, the ink, the paper to stick on the envelope, If I went to Shark Tank, they would say, this is not going to be a fruitful business, girl. You're going to have to go get that stuff made in China for you to get it made for 2 cents. Then we could sell it back for $20. That's those kind of deal that they would want to make with you. So I didn't pay for that. I paid for the other one. And honestly, if it's due December and I don't have the money and I don't think it's worthwhile, I'm going to go assess my accounting program to see how much I really sold, if it was worth it. Because maybe I think I only sold $500 worth, which was the permits. But when you look, I go check and I sell $2,000 worth. Then it would have been worth it, right, to do the permit again. I don't think they were trying to teach the kid that he could get away with it. I just thought they figured because he's a kid and he was doing this thing for a good cause, because the mom's like, okay, you could do the stand if you give away half of your proceeds to charity, right? So they were trying to teach him about giving and charity, and he had a good heart trying to help his autistic brother. But you also have to teach kids that there are rules. And I think a lot of people try to get away without following what the rules are, right? I don't. And I'm not a goody two shoes, like, oh, look at she's Miss Goody Two Shoes, she's perfect. No, that's not what I'm trying to say at all. But I was like that in school. Mama used to tell me when I was in infant 2, maybe, which is 2nd grade. Mama said I would come home and tell on my own stuff, because I used to love to talk. And always talking, getting in trouble for talking. Teacher would put me in the corner so I could stop talking. I would come home and tell Mommy too, I got put in the corner today because I talk too much. Then there came a time when I just stopped talking. because of what was going on in the home. I just shut up and I stopped talking for years. One spell, mommy thought I was deaf. She says, "Why is this girl not talking? Did she go deaf all of a sudden?" They took me to Stella Maris to get my hearing checked, and they're like, "She's perfectly fine. She can hear. She's not physically deaf, but she might be psychologically deaf. What's going on in the home?" They asked that. My dad was being a terror to my mom. So my dad gonna tell you none of this happened, but I know I lived it. So, anyways, came to America and I just didn't talk. Can you believe a Barbara that didn't talk? It's so weird because I was a chatterbox for many, many years and I just shut down for like 4 or 5 years and didn't talk. Teacher would ask me a question and I would just like, and I knew the answer. If I wanted to ask the teacher a question, I would ask the neighbor, "Can you ask the teacher?" And one spell in Florida, one of the girls looked at me and go, "You ask her." I'm like, "God damn it. Don't want to ask no questions." So, anyways, I follow the rules and come back to this law of recognition thing. What is in your life already? Well, okay, first of all, what is your dream? You're never too old to dream and to want something else, because if you don't want and hope for something, then when the hard times come, you're not going to have nothing to look forward to. And that's when people give up, right? So I'm determined and I'm persistent and I always have something to look forward to. But I'm always so mindful to take an assessment of what I have. There are a lot of people who have left my life over the past few years. And I'm sure some of them have blamed me. They've put the blame on me. It's because of you. You're too crotchety. You're too this. I don't know what their thing is, because I don't demand nothing more than faithfulness in my friendships, right? And truthfulness. If I see that I have a friend and every secret they keep from me, I stay far. I have a cousin who lives in New York from my mom's side of the family. We used to be tight like ass and chamber pot. And all of a sudden, after my mom passed, I see her just pull away. If I call her right now, she may or may not answer the phone. And if she does answer the phone, the conversation is easy, it's relaxed, there's no stress. We laugh and we talk just like we always did. We're not feuding. We're not fighting. We've had no harsh words with each other. She just stays away. And someone told me a long time ago, because this person who told me this is a prophetess, and she says, whenever people start to take themselves back out of your life, Barbara, always know that it's not your fault. It is something they're doing that they don't want you to know. It's a secret that they know. If you know the secret, you're going to chastise them about it. And they don't want to hear that chastisement. And I said, okay, because I know I didn't do nothing to her. And like I said, she never calls me. When I call her, and if she does answer, she hasn't answered in a while. And when I tell you, me and her were tight. Grew up together as sisters, didn't grow up as no cousin. Tight till maybe 2018. It's like, what? Keep all kind of secrets. I know the secrets. I'm not even looking up the secrets, but I know the secrets. Right? So then recently, my other two cousins from my dad's side, after, like, right before Joe's dad died, right before January 2023, they just pulled away too. They're sisters. I'm not going to chase after people. I didn't do nothing to them. I did absolutely nothing to them. But if they're doing FS that I'm going to have to call them out on, and they don't want to hear the call out, then go be with God. Go fly away, little mermaid. Mermaids don't fly, right? Swim away. Swim away, little mermaid. No, because if I'm doing wrong and I'm plotting evil and you're my friend, then you should tell me, no, don't do it. That's what Donat was doing with that guy Wiley. He was not egging. Yeah, he might have been laughing when he did the presentation because that's the nature of his show, right? But he said he's friendly with Wiley right now, and he said I was calling him. He showed on his phone where he was calling Wiley when Wiley was doing his bloody foolishness, and said, "Wiley, don't do this. You're gonna get yourself killed. Don't do this." Thank God he didn't get killed, right? You want a friend like that in your life that's gonna call a spade a spade. You know, for me now, I'm assessing again. I've done a bunch of videos, especially when I'm not putting up cooking videos at YouTube. And I don't know if I'm going to put up an actual other edited video at my cooking page other than maybe shorts. I have to edit the shorts, right? Don't know if I'm going to put up another edited long form. It might end right there with the what do you call the thing? The bagels. I think that was the last thing. Although, having said that, I am definitely down a rabbit hole looking on how to make kombucha. I need to know how to make this. It's a drink that I like, but it's pricey and I can only buy it now and again. And there's only like one brand that I found. Well, this one that they bought lately, that tasted real well. There's only like two, and I only like the pineapple flavor. Some of the rest of it tastes bad. Oh, it tastes bad. And I know that it starts with tea, black tea, so I have to buy black tea. I'll put it on my Amazon wish list because I need like 10 bags of black tea. And I'm a person that don't like tea. But being that it fermented and got the little fizz in there and that sweet pineapple, oh, damn, that thing was good. They said it's good for your stomach, right? So I know it starts with that. I'm going to need a jug, a big old glass or plastic jug to put it in. I think I could get it at Walmart though. And then they say set it out to let it ferment, but then nobody was saying if you set it in the fridge. So I think you set it out on the counter. Then they have a little cover they say to put on. The people just put a towel and put a rubber band. Girl, I watched this lady sew a cover. She just cut a circle bigger than the jar or the bottle. And then she sewed 2 channels to put the elastic through. She pulled that elastic through and voila, she had a cover. I was like, how cool. I would make my own cover. Hi, Julie, darling. How are you? How's it going? Yeah, I just let them go because I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. So, they say you have to get a SCOBY, which stands for symbiotic something, 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 yeast and something. They show a thing that looked like a little blob where the guy was saying that this was the SCOBY, but everybody dragged him for filth in his chat and said, that's not the SCOBY. The SCOBY is the water that it sits in. I said, oh my God, shut your mouth, y'all. Please don't go call that little thing a SCOBY because you will end up unalive somewhere. And so it takes like 7 to 10 days, but they're like, get another bottle of a raw one. They say, get one that's raw. I guess that one don't have no sweet in it. Like plain, maybe it's plain. Get a plain one. And then get one of the flavor you like, which is the pineapple. And they say you can make so much out of it and you can reuse the water SCOBY thing and make more. And they say the best thing to store it in is the same bottles that you buy the kombucha in because it has that pressurized lid or something. And oh my God, girl, I want to learn how to make this thing. But maybe if I do it, then I'll make like an edited video on it. But I'm tired. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again and not getting any results. That's the definition of crazy, right? I keep putting up video after video after video after video, hoping and praying to get a different result, and I don't. And I had this guy, I was in his training for 4 months. I remember that Bessie paid for a couple of months of training, and I liked him, and I think he was teaching well, but he showed you that all his videos are strategic. He doesn't just put up what he wants to put up. He put up what he know people are looking for. But his thing is different than what I do. He does YouTube stuff where he teaches you how to do YouTube. He teaches you how to edit on this platform and that platform. And he teaches you how to do this and do that. Da, da, da. So he's looking to see what people are looking for. And then he makes that video, right? Me, when I look to see what people are looking for, and it comes up, oh, they're looking for pot pie right now because it's after Thanksgiving and they have a lot of turkey left over and they want to know how to do turkey pot pie. I put that up, I get 300 views. Some other cook put it up, they get 1 million views. The F? I think that making an olden days in a little house on the prairie days. Great. Yay. Jada made it safely to her location. Yay. Shoot. I keep wanting to put that thing. Okay. Oh, I have a joke for you guys. When I'm going to my sister's party, I'm touching, and this phone to touch everything except what I wanted to touch. Oh, I'm going to my sister's party. And she says, bring that nail for you that fell off that one finger, and I'll glue it back on for you because the nail was whole. I said, are you crazy? I said, I don't cut all these nails. I'm tired of being at a deficit in here where I have to beg people to do every little thing for me. If I can't get a little safety pin to pry open the door of the camera, to put the little plug in to put electricity to the camera, or even open the thing to get the memory, and then I'm fighting to get the memory out, and I got to do this to text on the phone. The hell? I said, girl, bye. I said, thank you for my beautiful nails, but girl, bye. And she says, okay, I'll take those off when you come, and I'll have a set of press-ons ready for you. I said, them press-ons better be friggin' short. Short. She goes, girl, those nails were medium. Medium? What part? Medium? Today is 7 years with the valve? Well, look at God. Julie has a mechanical heart valve that they put in 7 whole years ago. I'm never going to forget this date because today is my friend Nisa's birthday. I'm going to remember that, okay? They are a sacrifice. And thank you to my sister who came and did it, and all her hard work and love and the bling bling and yada yada. But girl, I'd rather do the press-ons if they're short. Press them on, take them off. What you doing, baby? Okay. Thank you. Do we even have rice? Do we even have rice? I thought you said we were running low on rice. When we buy again, you have to buy? Okay, cool. Update on the thing with, because I know people watch the lives afterwards. Shout out to the replay viewers for watching the lives afterwards. Update on the thing with Jennifer Hudson. I did respond to the email based on a few of you saying, do it. And I wrote the person back that this is the person that does the, what do you call it? The casting. And I don't know if this person does casting for just Jennifer Hudson's show or they do casting for other shows. I don't think it's the same people who casted us for Wayne Brady, but I know I did tell them that it's cool for them to share my information, or not to share, but to contact me. It's cool for them to contact me again if they wanted me to show up for something else, that I would consider it. So I did give that permission to them. So I'm wondering if it's the same company, right? If it's the same company, and it's just another representative that works for the company that has reached out to say, hey, do you want to come here? Because where did J Hud get my information from? I sent in something for her to invite Jada. Although, remember when they contacted Jory and said, do you want to come be a guest on the, to be in the audience on the Wayne Brady show on Let's Make a Deal? And where did they get Jory's information from? Off of my application when they asked who's my emergency contact. So sometimes when they're running low on people to come to the shows, they will scour and find your name and invite you. So I said yes, and I said, I assume that this is for us, because they say you could bring a +1. So I said, I want to bring my husband, Joe. And so I said, I assume this is for us to be in the audience, right? I said, because I did submit my daughter to be a guest on the show last season. You think I'll shut my mouth? All too often I shut my mouth and I'll tell them exactly what it be. I did submit Jada last season to go up there as somebody who sings and needs a break and yada yada. And they didn't contact us. If you don't come from Arkansas or some part of the Midwest, these shows don't like to contact you. They figure you're already here in California, you should know how to get your big break. We're going to go to some podunk town in the Midwest, some flyover state, and we're going to get somebody over there like what Clay Aiken looked like and Kelly Clarkson looked like when they first got started. And I didn't think they looked ugly, but they didn't look the way they look now. And they will make them over. They want somebody they can make over. Look at Jada. Ain't no making over Jada. She always looks good going on. People, you know what people are asking Jada for right now? There's 3 people at least recently that has told her about her style and how well put together she always is. And could she help them buy a wardrobe so they can be stylish for their body type? Jada might be onto something. She's telling me that I'm onto something with this thing where I can start charging people to run their digital stuff. And she says, you don't have to buy nothing else. You could let them know I can do mini DVs, I can do VHSCs, and I can do VHS. I can't do Super 8s and whatever else held, what do you call it? 8-track, that's audio. I can't do any of those because I'm not buying no equipment because I didn't know how to buy their old equipment. And she says, tell them what you can do. I said, well, how are they going to get the thing? Because I don't have no cloud for upload, nothing. I don't pay for no cloud. I don't like things in the cloud. I don't like my private stuff out there. And so she says, you buy a little flash drive, like a 2 gig flash drive, and you can put all the files on it and mail the flash drive out to them. It's up to them to drag it off when they get it. Yeah. Thank you, Julie, darling. Because when I went to Costco, they didn't put it on no we're called memory drive thing for me, thumb drive. They put it on a goddamn DVD. Who the hell still has a DVD? Joshua had to hook up an external DVD to this thing for us to even see it. This thing has a DVD. This machine right here has a DVD because it's a karaoke machine. And she's Miss Lucky, thank you. She's really good at doing the makeup and hair. When Kim Kimball was saying, oh, I want Jada to be on my show before we had the falling out, Jada, so you think I want she put she honey on my hair to mess it up? She don't know what the hell she's doing. She don't know how to style hair. She don't know how to cut hair. She knows nothing about hair. That's what Jada said about Kim Kimball. Okay? So you can never tell what she could be doing on the side while she's trying to come up in her career. Because working at that that music school, it ain't it. They pay them well now. Jada's making, I want to say, $27 an hour. But they don't give them enough hours in the week because they don't want to have to cover their insurance. They have to buy their own insurance. They only work 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. You know this how they do it, right? That's 24 hours. That's not full time. That's part time. If Jada were to go on like food stamps, they would say, girl, go get another job because that job is part time. That's what they would tell her. Thank you, Julie, my darling. Julie, you have to hear the second song. It's going to come out on the 13th, but I wanted to like do a private live and sneak play it for my little mods. I know that you guys would appreciate it, but I had to wait till she was gone because she gonna bust me. So she's like, wait, mom, it's coming. And I said, what is DistroKid doing this whole time? And she said they're putting it into playlists and stuff. It just dawned on me because YouTube sent me a thing saying that they have more music that they've added to the music library. You have to share the dividends with the artist with whose music you use, of course. And I know they have Jada's song there in the shorts library, but I don't know if they have it in the long form library. And I'm going to go looking. If they have it, then I'll make a video with it or something, you know? We could do that, right, Julie? We could do a private live. We could do that. And if I have your number, I can text it to you. You know, the private live thing. If I don't have your number, oh well, oh hell. I really wish I could do this setup all the time. I like the way the background look with the trucks showing a little bit, but sometimes I don't set the camera at the right spot and then I look too close up to the wall and all this mess. Joe had to fix my table. He was going to go over there and shave down leg and thing because the table was not balanced. And when he put it out there, it was balanced. He put it in the dining room, it's balanced. It's just right here in this little spot that it's not balanced. So I put 2 pieces of wood shims under there and now we're good. I'm down to the videos about my mom, the videos that I found, these ones. I have one in the machine right now, and these are my mom's videos. This is one of mine. And I'm down to these videos to see what's on them. I haven't cried, you know, when I've been watching my mom on video because she was a lot younger and all that stuff. She looks so healthy. But I did cry this morning when I saw Wednesday on one of my videos at Amazon. I put up 3 videos at Amazon last night, and 2 of them got rejected. Amazon pisses me off so much because I put so much effort into making these videos, and they always find some reason to reject my video. And they don't just tell you your video is rejected because of this. They will not pinpoint what it is. They leave you guessing. They'll write 4 things the video possibly got rejected for. And it's up to you to use your tarot cards, your oracle cards, your friggin' intuition, your son Joshua, everybody around you to try to figure what the hell got this video rejected. So I did the video on this Elgato thing, and it says it's rejected because I mentioned things that might be outdated. What the fuck is outdated? Sorry, God. What else did I get rejected for? Because I advertised something. What the hell did I advertise? And crap, there was some, I wish I had saved the thing, because once you delete the video, the thing goes away. And Joshua thinks is because in the middle of the video I said my son Josh did a search on Google to find out what's the name of the program that we needed to download to make this thing work, and he found out that the thing is offered right at the from the manufacturer themselves. And I think that's why it's rejected. I didn't name the manufacturer, which the manufacturer is up on Amazon, and Amazon sells the thing, right? So, and they do allow you to say that the brand, like this is the Elgato yada yada yada. They do allow you to do that. Joshua thinks it's the Google part of it. When I said we did a search at Google, that's like advertising for Google without Amazon's consent. So I had to go put a whole piece in there today. And I have to do these things before the AC comes on. I've been ready since 8 o'clock this morning, trying to get all these, trying to wait to see if they'll approve it. Then they disapproved this one that I did with this wallet. Let me show you this wallet thing. I know, it pisses me off. They disapproved this one with this wallet. Right? The first thing I did was I took this piece out to let the potential buyer know that you're going to have this spot where you can put your ID. So I did this and I covered up the ID, right? And they rejected it, saying that I was sharing private information. I didn't share any private information, but over here in this corner, if a sharp-eyed person wanted to zoom in and screenshot it, you could see the logo for California. So you can tell that it's a California ID. I don't know if that's what they're talking about. So I'm assuming, because it says you're sharing private information or you're asking people to share private information. I said, I didn't ask nobody to share nothing. So then when you open up the wallet itself, all my cards were a little bit different. Like, okay, this one, you see how it says the A for Visa? That's all you could see. Then up here, this one was saying, it was twisted this way, and it said business debit. That's what it says here, business debit. There's no number, right? It's just a business debit. And then there's the A for Visa. Is that the private information that I was showing, right? Then I go in here. I'm glad that Julie's with us today. And I found Julie's money. Julie, I have one of each in this wallet and one of each in my slimmer wallet that I got from Jada. This is from Carla. I was like, yes, I always have you with me. I'll never be broke because my friend Julie blessed me with them heart-shaped money. And then I did show this. And I said, I have a $2 American and a $2 Belizean. I said, if you know, you know, right? And I said, I have the Belizean money because I'm originally from Belize. Is that the private information that I'm sharing? I don't know. So then I showed this part, this money part. And then I showed this part where I'm putting just cards. You can't even see what the friggin' cards are. What is the private information that I'm sharing, guys? So they rejected that one. Although the green wallet, this is from Carla, the green is from Jada. I showed all the same things I just showed you. Covered up the ID same way. That got approved. Joshua thinks it's stupid idiots that they hire that are just like nitpicking at stuff. Just nitpicking, nitpicking, nitpicking. '27 Ave. We're not supposed to share it with the outsiders. This is our ancestral thing. I don't know who all ancestors does it, but honestly, there's another piece to it that I didn't know. But I'll share it with you guys because you guys are faithful. You cannot buy the $2 yourself. You can't go to the bank and say, let me buy that $2 bill. Someone has to give you the $2 bill as a gift. My mom gave me the Belizean one, and Shanika gave me the American one. Joe spent his $2. He's stupid. I'm not spending that $2 for nothing. That's why if his wallet got lint, and mine's always loaded. Let me tell you, we were so, where the hell were we? Oh my God. I'm such a witch with a capital B sometimes. We were somewhere together, and Joe's like, Dada, I need this money. I'm like, I don't have none. And he goes, you have your $2. And I say, you could F yourself. I told this man to F himself because you're not getting my $2 that Shanika gave me. Jada has hers. Joshua has his. I don't know about Joe if he has his. Joe spent for him one. And he said, I had to spend it one day because I was broke out there. I said, well, I even forget I have it. I got the next two pieces in the next wallet. What Julie said, no. Mm-mm. Okay, shoot, that must be real. Oh, Sarita, I'm so sorry. Sarita told me to read the damn comments because you know the chat goes away for one day when it's done. Okay, I'm gonna put all your comments on deck. 27 Av says, oh shoot, that must be real then, because when I heard that earlier this week, and then that's for you. 27 Av. 27 Av. I'm gonna have to ask Shanika where she buy the $2 bill. Let me buy some and send it to my peeps. I'm telling you, and it has to be the $2 bill. It can't be $1. The $2 bill. You better go to the bank and buy them $2 and give it away and make somebody give you one back. Where can we buy $2 bills? The bank? That's because Shanika McCoy one time she was loaded with them $2. Shanika Panamanian, so she knows. I didn't know that part of the thing. There's always a part that we're missing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hi, Africano. How you doing today? What you cook today, gal? See, 27 Av says, someone told me that if you keep $2, see? And some ruda. What happened to the ruda? The bank? Okay, we went to the bank. But I won't buy it. I want to buy it after send it out. Because somebody have to give it to you, right? The ruda, put it in your wallet and or your bag, and you're gonna have money all the time. But be very careful of the ruda if you have cats, because it will kill them instantly. Instantly, if they eat it. Okay? Let's see what Jada texted me. Cute. Why? I don't know. Something's wrong with my phone. I swear I'm touching the correct letter and it's always typing something else. What is wrong with this phone? You're waiting for the rice to... Oh, Africana, you are a guy? Why did I think you were a girl? What gave me the impression that you're a girl? Well, welcome to the group. 27 Av is a boy too. Is a dude. Welcome, 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 Africano. Africano's been with me a few months now. My girl Tosh is set up tonight to go live to talk about Queen of Kings again. I'm ready. I just lay on the couch. I doze off. I wake up. I chat. I don't. It's, you know why I think you're a girl? Because you cooking so much. But I should know different because Joe cook all day. Joe had that surgery and was cooking the next day. It's like, damn. I made a deal with Joe. If I bought him Chinese food, he would sew for me today. And he said, you did the wrong thing because you gave me Chinese food. No, I'm sleepy. Hi, Miss Loki. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-mm-mm. The other day it was making rice and beans. That's what he was making the other day. Mm-mm-mm. So Richard reached out to me and said if I can't fix the fridge, he works at Lowe's and he can get me a 10% discount. And he goes, I know it's not much. I'm like, look, 10% is 10%. Off of a big ticket item, you better. So I'm still believing God that the relay switch that's coming is going to fix the problem. If that's not the problem, it's the compressor. The compressor is $250. That's cheaper than buying a whole new fridge for $1,500, one would say. But child, that fridge is pulling a lot of energy. I already know it. Who did I say it to? Barbara. What Sarita say? Barbara, I can't believe you said that to Jill. To Jill or Julie? You are something else. We don't talk about that potty mouth. Who did I say it to? Who did I say it to? Sarita always get out the whip with a cat o' nine tail. I'm gonna whip you. Oh, what I said to Joe? Is it to Joe? Okay, to Joe. Girl, I did. Girl, I did. He want my $2. I said, how you could twist your mouth for ask me for my good luck charm? You crazy. You I did. I'm not even lying. Ask Joe. I did. Everybody, when you need to buy something, go to slickdeals.net, a site where people post deals all day. Is it legit? Let me screenshot it. Are they legit deals or are these things that you have to like bid on and then when you look, you don't win and they keep your money? Let us know if it's legit. Sorry, that Joy of the top boat. I tell him, you better go if you're slipping out, touch by $2. Because I said, well, your $2, I said, I'll spend it. What you want me to spend it on lottery? He probably said, oh, then give me it for good luck. I want have good luck to buy this lottery where you scratch and not get nothing. For $600, what size? 27 up, what size the fridge? And does it dispense water and ice? You see, Barbara to spoil. The back fridge don't dispense no water nor ice. I mean, I make no ice in no ice tray. It's a forum. Okay, I don't screenshot it. Good looking out for us. Oh, I dye my hair, you know. Y'all name tell me nothing about my sexy black hair. I'm Pinot Noir, mid-size car. That's from Kimmy Schmidt. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, sometimes they have it. You know who has washer and dryer good price? Costco. The only thing is, the only thing they don't give you credit. You'd have to use your credit card or your debit card to do it there. But Joria and Estabat, they're brand new washer and dryer with computer and all kind of stuff built in, and they didn't pay more than $1,000 for the two pieces. It was a really good deal. I want to say they paid like $3.99 each for the two pieces. I didn't even go look at fridges even online 27 app because I feel like doing that is losing faith in the fact that this fridge will be fixed with that $39 relay. Then I saw somebody in the Ring doorbell put, if anybody knows somebody who knows how to repair a fridge, an honest person, because their fridge just crapped out. I felt sorry for them. I said a prayer for them. I don't know who they are, but I said a prayer for them because as bad as it is for me that my fridge is broken right now, praise God, I have a backup fridge. It's not as big. It's not as fancy. It doesn't piss out water. It doesn't make ice, right? If unless you put your ice tray in there. But I also have a deep freezer that works. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. If I can't fix it, I'll move it out the kitchen and I'll bring that white fridge in here. And then I'm going to get dragged by YouTubers who say it's not a flex to have a white fridge. That's how they cuss people out nowadays online. They say, oh, she act like she got money and she got a whole white fridge in her house. Who is she giving white fridge energy? That's what they say. And they say that nobody with money have white fridge no more. That's what they say on YouTube. They say if you have a white fridge, you are giving poor. Joe doing good. Africana Joe doing good. Africana psychology. He took the band-aid. We took off the three little band-aids and he showered and that thing me look bad. I was like, oh, it turned my stomach. So then he put on two little band-aids for one day. And then he said he didn't feel like that was doing good for him. So he took it off and now it's breathing. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let's see what Joe is sleep, you know. Oh, wait, answer. Costco is the best place to buy appliances because they give you an extra year for warranty and 90-day returns on electronics and anytime return for anything else. They really do. And I took back a microwave to Costco right before the 3 years because it was blowing up on me. And they took it back. They took it back. Poor Julie have a white fridge. I told Sarita that thing, Julie. She had just bought a brand new fridge, right? Sarita is the one that send that energy over here, no? Send that broke down fridge energy over here. Sarita gone and bought a beautiful stainless steel fridge, child. The fridge do everything, okay? I don't remember if it's the one where you knock on it. I don't want that kind of fridge, you know. I don't want those kind of fridge where you knock on it to see what's inside. It's like, didn't think they're going out. Those parts are going to go out, I promise you. Yeah, the band-aid is off. So now it's healing. I'll put honey on it directly to make the scar not look bad. So that's what the people when they were fighting, because in YouTube, the big fight is always about who has money from who don't. But why the fight starts that way is because you always have a content creator that's putting ratchet shit out there. And then they said, oh, yeah, but you're still viewing and your view counts and I'm still making money off your head. And I make 10K a month and I make 18K a month and I this. And what do you have? You know, you can't live where I live. You can't live in a penthouse apartment. You're probably living in your mom's basement. What's wrong with a basement? The hell, especially if you could pay on my rent. You probably this, you probably that, and you probably have a white fridge. I said, what the actual F is this? I woke up on that one. I said, what? What's wrong with having a white fridge? I have a white fridge back there. They're just trying to say that white fridges are out of style right now, which they are going to come back around. That's how style works, right? With everything, with shoes, with clothes, with bags, with hairstyles, you know, everything has a season and then it goes around. Like Jada likes things from like the 1950s and 60s. That's coming back around, you know. Miss Lucky said I have one too. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I be up in these YouTube streets and I see all the fights they have, and I tell Sarita she is dying when I call her with my foolishness. I said, listen to what the people that say, Sarita. Listen. They say the girl is giving white fridge energy. No, we thought when they say white fridge energy is because they're trying to say the girl is built like a fridge, right? She's broad. No, it's the color. You're not supposed to have a white fridge. It's supposed to be black or stainless steel. And I think black is probably going out of style too. I saw this lady walking down the street today. This lady was weird looking. I can't even tell you this lady was ugly. She was weird looking. Her face looked like those cartoon characters that people draw when they overemphasize a feature on your face. Each artist will overemphasize something. If it's not the teeth, it'll be the lips or the nose or the eyes, but it won't be all the things on your face. Each artist just latch on to something that they like to overemphasize, right? And it's up to you what you like. Like if you like the big teeth look, then you would go to that artist and say, well, draw me as a cartoon. Me, I personally don't like the big nose look. I don't like the thin hair look. I have cartoon that this guy draw 3 different versions of me, and I like the voluptuous hair. It's not the way my hair look in reality, but hell, that's what I like to see. So I don't like the big nose and the thin hair, but I don't mind the big teeth and the big lip and the big eyes. I don't mind. This lady, I swear her nose looked like one of them people draw that bulbous nose. It was weird from the profile. She had no chin. I looked and I was like, Jesus Christ. Joseph, what you looking at? I was at the red light. I said, how unfortunate for her. My God, today. I know I'm not like, oh my God, Hollywood beauty. And I don't have a good profile either. But goddamn, I'm not like her. Listen to what Myrna said. We had the same white fridge from 2008. I need to get rid of the white fridge energy. You know what? I'm gonna go back in my old videos to see when I got this black fridge, but I want to think it's 2012. If it's not 2012, it's 2014. But it's definitely before my mom died. I think I got the stove first, then I got the fridge next. And the stove ain't shit. But Joe had told me, well, Joe asked me if we had the money to replace one and not the other, what would you replace first? And I always told him the fridge. And he asked me why, and I said, one, it's getting older, so it's dragging a lot of energy that we could probably save if we got a newer fridge. And two, it's gonna go out one day soon because it's screaming and hollering. It's always screaming and hollering, always screaming and hollering some kind of foolishness. See, I got Sarita dying with that white fridge. I was shocked. I was shocked that day. Mm-hmm. And it's up in Tosh's live where people talk this foolishness. Tosh Mob, TASHMOB, Tosh Mob. That's where I be every day at 6:30 to 7. Sometimes she comes on at 6:30. Sometimes she comes on at 7. I think tonight it's at 7. I go on my walk. I have her on in my ears while I'm walking with Joe and the dog. We get back home. She's still on. I lay on the couch tired and I listen. I fall asleep. I wake up. I fall asleep. I wake up. Sometimes they be on for 3 hours. How old Myrna one? Jesus, Myrna, your fridge 25 years old. Girl, get rid of that fridge. That I don't care if it's working. I don't care if it's working. Get rid of that fridge. That to cost you more light bill. Just saying. Myrna wanna know what she gonna get for winning. Oh my God. No, I don't think I like those fridges where the fridge is on the top and you have to open the right hand side door first, then open the left. Then you have to close the left first and close the right. And then your freezer is on the bottom like a drawer. I don't think I like those, right? It's just a preference for some people. And I think it's because I have so much trouble opening that fridge. When I open that left side door, it gives me a lot of trouble to open because of that wall. This kitchen is not built for doors that open left and right. What do you call those kind of doors? Like French doors? They're not made for those type of door fridge because of that wall. So Walt across the street before he sold the house to Anne Marie and them, they had knocked down those two walls. The piece of wall by the pantry and the piece of wall by the fridge, they knocked it down and the whole kitchen got opened up to the laundry room. So the kitchen looked huge over there. But it's because part of the laundry room is showing. So then they had to move the water heater out the house and put it outside. In California, that's fine because we don't get cold enough like other states that have a lot of snow. So that's fine to keep the water heater outside if it's in a housing, but you have to get a permit to do all of that. He probably did it on his own years ago. And so then you can see their laundry, like when laundry pile up back there, which we don't have laundry pile up back there, honestly. We take our laundry, wash it, and take it back into the room. But sometimes there's stuff sitting on top of the dryer, like I'm moving things to get into another bin or something, and it's messy, right? So, and you see how organized I am. So I promise you, maybe I'll buy a fridge that, no, I can't. I can't buy a fridge like that. We have, because I need the ice to come out the door. I like crushed ice. I'm over there beating a bag of ice with a rolling pin right now. White fridges rule. Oh, we're gonna have to get Myrna the white fridge trophy. Just saying. We're gonna have to. I like those French door fridge, but they don't work in the kitchen. But I might end up with one of those again. This time when I go, I'll get a stainless steel one though. I ain't getting no white. I don't think they have white fridge on the floor no more. I'll be honest. I don't think they have them. We should do that. We should take a drive down to Lowe's and we should go live and just go show you all the fridges and see if we have white fridge. I'm telling you, these Gen Zers are stupid, okay? They come up with the worst stupid things. And you know what? We fall for it. As Generation X's, we fall for it like some bunch of fools. Oh my God. Mm-mm-mm. 27 I've looked on Joe music down there. Joe be pumping out his music, man. He has his lyrics ready over there. The candle burned to water yesterday, and then when I out it, it formed back and it's ready to go again. So every night we're going to use that one candle. Let's see. Miss Lucky say them small mom and pop appliance stores have white fridges still. I believe that can I fix them? There's this guy that used to have his shop, the glass door one. Those are pretty, but I don't want those. PC Richard has. Okay. I don't want the glass door one then because if it's a door where you have to knock on it to see what's inside, that stuff's gonna go out. Because I think when you knock on it, a light comes on. That will go out and that will piss me off. Let's see after 6 months that thing go out. I'll be mad. We don't like too much fanciness because we want to be able to fix it when it goes bad. You know what I mean? Like Joe know how to fix the washer and the dryer. The washer has a transmission. So if that goes, you have to buy one of those. The dryer is just a turning tub with a couple of heat elements. So he knows how to fix those. Everything in my kitchen is stainless except for the old crotchety leaking ass white fridge. 27 of this show was made for you today because you got me dying over here. My fridge, come to think of it, my fridge been leaking for a while, but it's not leaking oil. They said if it's leaking oil, the transmit, not the trans, the what do you call the thing? The condenser is bad, right? Is that thing called the condenser? I know I'm saying it wrong. The whole thing that keeps it cold. But it's been leaking water for months now. And I'll go in and I'll tell Joe, I'll say, you see the front of the fridge off to the right hand side? There's a pool of water there. And he says, oh, they must have dropped some ice cube down there. I go and I ask the kids, and they're like, we don't drop no ice cube down there. We pick up our ice cube when it drop, mommy, because we know you don't want your wooden floors to swell. The other day, the hose bus pissing water back there. I'm making breakfast. Joe, I said, Joe, you hear the noise? No, when you know Joe didn't have any hearing aids. I'm like, it sounds like something is like steaming. What the hell is that noise? And Joe will not investigate a noise. He's not white like that. He said only white people go outside go investigate noise. So I gonna put a flashlight back there and I see smoke that come from behind the fridge, but it was the water so fine out of the hose. So you have to go change the hose. That thing has been pissing water. They're expensive here too, Africano. Don't think they're cheap. For me to get a fridge for $1,000, I probably have to get one 19 cubic feet. Who the hell could use that with a big family? You need at least 25 to 26 cubic feet for a family of 4 or 5. But I can laugh about it. You know why? Because we have a backup fridge. If we didn't have a backup fridge, I would probably be distressed and just pressed. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all this food? Nothing spoiled except 2 little pieces of watermelon. Thank you, Jesus. Remember that one day we were moving things out, right? That's what I love about 27 Ave. 27 Ave and Richard, they keep it real. 27 Ave and Richard have been with me so long. Anybody come on fast with me, they take out their wrench and whop them up with it. Now, remember the people there around the bend? 27 Ave, you've been with me long enough to know, and I think maybe Miss Lucky. I wanted an upright freezer that looked like a fridge, but that was more expensive, so I got the chest one. And you know what? It serves the purpose for me. I think the upright one would have just been spoiled. Like, oh, Barbara, it was spoiled. We don't have enough meat in there. Like my cousin Cindy, she buy meat. She needs an upright freezer like that, especially how she's in a small apartment. She needs one of those that has the shelves and things. My chest one is fine. So remember the people around the bend, 27 Ave? Remember we were tight with them, the mom, the dad, the granny, and the boy? Remember the fight broke out? Remember for a whole year, the boy kept Jada music. Some of the music Jada did right now, some of the stems came from what she was doing there. Well, the granny me dead, The granny died in April. I see it on when they make the death announcements. And I think they start at about 1,500 Africano. I haven't gone and priced them because I'm so afraid to break my faith, you know? So the granny had the house by reverse mortgage. So the mom and dad had to move out. And I've heard a rumor as to where they went to go live. But I'm not gonna dox nobody. But it's like, damn, things change just like that. They've had that house for probably 55 years. Mm-hmm. You know the who. Uh-huh. You know the who. With dogs, chicken, beef, vegetables, and fruit. Okay. Mm-hmm. It was Granny House. It was Granny House. But the mom and dad to the person we talking about was living in there for free the whole time. They should have been amassed a bunch of money to buy for their own house. If somebody tell me I could live rent free, you best believe I'm gonna be rich in 1 year. Because I'm not gonna spend that money. People might think I'm cheap because I'm trying to fix a 12-year-old fridge. I don't have it. The two credit cards where I use back and forth to pay my utilities, they're not maxed out, but one of them is pretty close to being maxed out. And that don't look good for your credit report when you have a card that's maxed out. Every time I pay a chump change, a big amount to it, I gotta use it back to pay some big ass light bill. You know? That's why Jorah's like, Mom, let me know if you want me to get you on at the district. You could like take attendance at some school. You could work in the district office, do something because this a hard time. It's not working. It's not working. Well, they never get it passed down because they didn't want to pay rent anymore. And they should have been rent free a long time ago, but I think they took out loans to run that church. I don't know this to be true, or no, I'm thinking. And then they put it on reverse mortgage after the grandpa died. I never knew the grandpa. I came into the friendship after the grandpa died. And that she got her money out of it. That old lady got her money out of the house because that thing got a reverse mortgage and she was 65 and she died at 95. I know the bank holding head on ball. The bank's like, Jesus Christ, we can't even make a penny off of this house because this old bitch lived so long. Which I shouldn't call her that because I liked her. It's the other people I didn't like after a while, remember? I'm telling you, if she didn't do reverse mortgage or if they had enough money to pay what the house was worth at the time that she passed, they had first dibs to buy it. But that lady eat out 30 years worth of equity. I'm telling you, that's what if you're gonna do reverse mortgage, you need to live to 95 or 100. Give the bank the shaft. We are childless band. Nobody wants our house. Lord, how you think so? You think so? People could take house and turn it into something wonderful. Then people who bought my mom and dad house, my God, if you see the house today, I really wish that house could have looked like that when my mom lived in it. That house is gorgeous inside now. Mm-mm-mm. You guys, why you tell me that we went a whole hour and change? You know, StreamYard is up my butt saying, you need to pay for StreamYard because you are streaming. They send me these messages. You're a rock star and you are streaming so much. You're doing a good job. There's not too many people like you that stream like this. You sure you don't want to upgrade to this plan? We could give it to you for $1 for the first month. And after that, they give me the shaft month 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? I'm like, oh no. We're going to go to another email address. We got 3 email address lined up for StreamYard, 20 hours on each. That's give us 60 hours a month. All right? The family in Belize don't want it because they probably can't call you and get it. I know I don't want no house in Belize. I don't want nothing in Belize because I'm not going there to take care of it. And if you don't go to take care of your property in Belize, people go squat in it. When you go back, you're going to find the roof missing. Go back, you're going to find one side wall missing. The toilet gone, this gone. The people come and take your whole house apart like if it was put together that way. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Well, we can also do YouTube stream, but I don't know how to do that from the camera. I only know how to do that from the phone. And if I think my iPhone, what iPhone I got again, 13? I think it sucks. The camera, the front camera for my iPhone 13 sucks. On Joe's phone, he has a Galaxy S20 Android. The picture on that is so beautiful. The picture upon this look like trash. Mm-mm-mm. Miss Lucky says she had take it, and she directed Arizona. Man, I saw a thing come across my feed today say, what you call daylight saving time is coming up soon, and let's look at all the states who don't change time. And I'm like, oh my God, did it go into effect? I remember voting on this, right? When I went to go check, it was the same places: Puerto Rico, Guam, Arizona, and Hawaii. I'm like, oh, this so I want to see this. It sucks. I don't want time to change no more. In Belize, houses are expensive now too. 27 Ave. I had an acquaintance that did a reverse mortgage. He had no kids and no relationship with siblings, and then what happened when he did the house the bank ticket, right? Yeah, Joe, we qualify for reverse mortgage because Joe is already 65. It's when one spouse turns 65. Well, I don't want to do that because if we do that, we're gonna eat up all the equity and not leave anything for our children. And that's my idea, is to leave it for our kids, you know? Yeah, house stability is expensive now. For only dogs, you don't want a lot of money. Someone posted on Facebook. Sarita says someone posted on Facebook that the customer service at the government building in Belize sucks. I can believe it. When I went to Belize, this is not the government building, of course, this is a TV station. I went and I did a morning show, and they said they would have a copy on a disc for me. This is back in 2008. And they said that I need to come back to that same building. No, it wasn't that building, it was a different building. They had an office elsewhere in the city though, and they would have it ready for me at this time at this day. So we gone, Uncle Raja drive us over there, and I get in and they wait and wait and wait and wait, and I'm very pleasant to the people because they already know that I'm a Belizean that live abroad. They might not know who I am, but they know I lived abroad. And so why am I going to go in with an attitude, right? I'm like, hello, thank you, good morning, yes, good afternoon, how are you? Yes, and I'm very nice. Oh, that girl like, no, mom, yes, mom, and just cut up the eye. So we gone back again the second time. They didn't have the thing ready. And you feel like you're begging them for a favor. So when you get there, the girl say, it's not at this building, it's at a building up the road by 4 miles or something. I come outside and tell Uncle Raja, well, he gone in there. And he gone off like a Brian. You know how they got it carrying with the women? We call the men the Brian, because we saw that in one of those, I think it was Dane Cook movie or something. Was it Dane Cook? After Ask Josh. But they were talking about the Karens and the Bryans in that show. And they would say, hey, Bri, hey, Bri. Raja gone off on a Ross, and the lady produced the damn disc. I just find the disc, I mean, I throw it back. Where the hell me I play that, Tina? I don't know where the disc is at. The siblings started circling when she was on her deathbed. They got the shock of their lives. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. We will sell the house and 1 acre when the time comes. You will sell it. Okay. She not on the reverse mortgage. She gonna sell it. She probably already paid for Myrna Rich, you know. I'm telling you, Myrna Rich. I don't know, but I just see Rich. Myrna have a refrigerator 25 years. Does this sound like Myrna buy anything? Myrna bank her money. She rich. The sibling. If you ever want to do reverse mortgage, holler at me. I have a friend that does it. I don't know that he can do it in every state, so I'm not going to tell you that's a fact, but I would ask him, hey, my friend's in New York and she wants to do reverse mortgage. Can you do reverse mortgage in New York? And if he can't, he'll tell you, no, I can't do it, but I have an acquaintance over there that I trust that I could pass the lead to if you don't mind. Hey, my friend lives in Arizona. Can you do reverse mortgage over there? He's a good friend, and I trust him. Okay. If he can't do it, he'll tell you. And even if he can't do it, he'll advise you. He will advise you if it's the best thing to do or not. That's what I like about him. All right, people, make we end this one so we have more hours for tomorrow. I wish I would have sent you a new fridge. See, I tell you, Myrna Rich. Oh, no, no, no. See, I never need to throw no cards to tell you, Myrna Rich. Myrna got one 25-year-old fridge. She rich. She had a big aquamarine ring that she sold and had a copy made. Oh my God, this woman wicked. Okay, let me wait for Hazel to finish the story. Hazel, one of these days you're gonna have to come up on the panel You don't have to show the panel your face, but you have to show me your face backstage. Let me know it's really you. Once I see it's you, cut off back your camera, come up on the panel and get in a story. Because Hazel got all damn big juicy story. The lady actually left them with a copy. Ooh, this is a juicy story. Mm, mm, mm. We wait on Hazel to put the next thing up here. You know what I'm tempted to do sometimes? Like, you know how I read my mom's book already, right? I'm tempted to put like, you know how the lady that say, "Who the F did I marry?" Right? And her videos were 10 minutes long for TikTok. Do like 10-minute videos out of that whole book. Read the whole story, right? I already read it. Just put the words up there. Just do it the profile way and put it up there. And put 10, I don't know how many 10 minutes. The thing is 2 hours long, right? How many 10 minutes can we get out of 2 hours? 12? It would be 12 episodes. Mm-hmm. I got a TikTok from okay, let's put the next piece up on the thing. She thoroughly enjoyed the last months of her life. I sat in the back of that funeral trying to hold my smirk. Oh my God. That's worse than the old lady who left everything to the cat. I know this one old lady that has a lot of property and she said she gonna left everything and she didn't got a cat. She said I left everything to the church. But get me mad that when people want to leave everything to we call it the lodge. Why? The lodge got money, you know? Man, them siblings, if they could dig her up and bury her again, they probably would. Mm-hmm. It's her money. Mm-hmm. Me and Joe struggled to get this house, so these kids know this house is ours. We will leave it for them, you know, if we're still in it when we both die. But if we want to sell it at some point and make big, let's say this house go up to $1 million, I'm gonna sell it. I don't know what part I'm gonna live after that, but I could access the money. The hell, I'm not leaving. I named to give the church a dime. I'm sick of them and bloody Ross whole lie. Oh, Sarita, let me know if you want me to send you links from my friend Vincent, the one that talked against Larry Reed, that used to be Larry Reed friend and boyfriend. Child, he was on his live the other day and he was talking about these false prophets. Now, somebody had told me before, some preacher person said that a false prophet is not what we think. No, it's oh, then a false prophet, oh, then they lie, then this, then that. They are still prophets, but they're not walking in the right path of what they should be doing, right? They're not false. That doesn't make them false, right? They're still prophets, right? Well, him in the top of false prophet. And Nara Reed gone live, get interviewed by his ex-wife, and pretty much was selling himself down the river. And Vincent came back and go, look where all this man they say. Somebody need to tell this man to shut up his mouth. I said, oh my God, I gotta go see what he said. When he said, you know, I go down rabbit holes. I don't even need TV with all the stuff I watch on YouTube. Today, Hazel said today is the 19th anniversary of Katrina. Yes, Lord, please. And you know what? My godmother lives in the Katrina destroyed area, and she still hasn't fully fixed her house. You know, it's livable, but she still hasn't fully fixed it. So we pray for the repose of the soul of the dearly departed and their loved ones that were left behind. Hurricanes are no joke, and I'm very afraid of them. And we praise God today for my friend Nisa, the one that sent me this beautiful card because she has a birthday today. And we praise God for Julie's anniversary today because today makes what? Julie, was it 7 years? 7 years since Julie had a mechanical heart valve put inside her chest, where Julie had literally 5% chance of living during that surgery. But she lived. She lived. Praise God. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Let's end this one so we could come back live again tomorrow. We've been here an hour and a half. I really loved spending time with you guys over here today. And I'll see you tomorrow again with another topic. All right? Bye. If I do a private live to let you hear Jada's song, I'll text whoever number I have. I'll text you guys the link. All right? If I do it. All right? We'll see. Yes. I like when Afrikaners say, I will stay tuned. I will stay tuned. Bye guys.